Welcome to Norway, where mountains rise straight from the sea, the northern lights dance across endless skies, and every road leads you closer to nature's raw power. With True Path Travel, this isn't just a destination, it's a journey back to wonder. There are places on this earth that call to a deeper part of us. They resonate not just in our minds, but in our very bones. Norway is one such place. It calls like a clear bell in thin mountain air, a sound that is at once modern, ancient, and profoundly wild. This is a land of captivating paradoxes, where sleek contemporary cities hum with innovation, just a stone's throw from landscapes carved by the last ice age. It's a country where the echoes of Viking sagas are not confined to museums, but seem to whisper on the wind that sweeps down from the glaciers. Here, the wild isn't a distant concept, it's a living, breathing neighbor, shaping the rhythm of daily life. To understand Norway, you must first understand its scale. Picture a cathedral, not built by human hands, but sculpted by the immense, patient power of glaciers. Its pillars are the sheer billion-year-old cliffs that plunge 1,000 meters into the sea. Its vaulted ceilings are the vast, open skies. And its hymns. They are the eternal roar of waterfalls, cascading like liquid thunder, their mist catching the golden light in a spectacle of raw, untamed power. This is the essence of the Norwegian fjord, a landscape so monumental it commands a quiet reverence, recalibrating your sense of place in the world. And yet, within this epic wilderness, humanity has found its footing. Along the water's edge, villages cling to the sea like bright paint to a canvas. These clusters of red, white and yellow houses, the traditional råbua, are more than just picturesque. They are a testament to a centuries-old relationship with the ocean, a lifeline for fishing and trade. Further north as you cross into the Arctic Circle, this relationship intensifies. Here, the stark beauty of the landscape and the dramatic shifts in light turn the routines of everyday life into a form of living art. And when the long polar night descends, the sky remembers how to dance. The aurora borealis, the northern lights, is not merely a celestial phenomenon, it is a silent, ethereal ballet. Ribbons of green, violet and pink swirl and pulse overhead, a cosmic spectacle that feels both deeply personal and infinitely vast. To witness it is to feel a connection to the universe that words can scarcely capture. This is why a journey to Norway can never be a simple checklist trip. It's a full-body, sensory immersion. It's about what you see, yes, the impossible blues of the water, the stark white of the snow. But it's also about what you hear, from the profound silence of a mountain plateau to the chatter in a Bergen alleyway. It's about what you feel on your skin and what you taste on your palate. It's an experience that engages your eyes, your ears, your palate, and your pulse. To truly know this place, you must taste it. Feel the shocking, life-affirming cold of fjord water on your fingertips. Taste the uniquely Norwegian brunost, a sweet, caramelized brown cheese that speaks of mountain pastures. Savor a piece of skræ, the migratory Arctic cod, whose arrival is an annual culinary event. Let the comforting warmth of fårikål, a simple lamb and cabbage stew, fill you on a cool evening. Let Norway sit on your tongue before it settles in your heart. Here, the past is not a relic locked behind glass. History is a living neighbor, not a distant ancestor. You can walk the same wharf where Hanseatic merchants traded for centuries, run your hands over the dragon-headed carvings of a stave church built 1,000 years ago, and feel the weight of stories etched into the very timber and stone. The sagas of Vikings, kings and explorers are woven into the fabric of the nation, and at the center of it all are the people. There's a stereotype of Nordic reserve, but it's often mistaken for a deep-seated respect for space and sincerity. Once you share a coffee or a hike, you'll find a genuine and disarming warmth. The people are the warm hearth within the magnificent, sometimes cold, landscape. Their concept of kos, the simple, profound pleasure of coziness and contentment, is the perfect antidote to a windswept day. This is the beautiful contradiction of the country. Norway is grandeur with a quiet voice. It doesn't shout for your attention. It waits patiently for you to notice. But when you truly listen, when you stand at the edge of a fjord and let the scale wash over you, it overwhelms you, softly and completely. A trip here rewards thoughtful preparation. Understanding the vast distances and the dramatic seasonal shifts is key. But once you have a framework, the real magic happens in the unplanned moments. So, plan well, then leave ample room for serendipity. Allow for that spontaneous detour down a scenic road, that extra hour spent by a captivating waterfall, or that conversation with a local that leads you to a hidden gem. Getting around is an integral part of the adventure itself. The journeys are as spectacular as the destinations. Trains, boats, and boots. This is the holy trinity of Norwegian travel. The country's rail network offers some of the most breathtaking journeys on Earth. The coastal ferries and fjord cruises are not just transport. They are floating viewing platforms. And your own 2 feet are the best way to access the soul of the wild. In this series, we will be your guide. We'll trace a path through 12 essential places, creating a journey that flows logically from south to north. We'll begin in the vibrant capital and move through the iconic western fjords, before venturing into the ethereal beauty of the Arctic. We'll travel from city to sea to snow, curating a route that balances famous landmarks with lesser-known treasures. We'll explore harbors with wooden ribs and salt in their memory, where the scent of tar and sea hangs in the air. We'll guide you to viewpoints that shrink your worries to mere grains of sand, offering a perspective that is both humbling and empowering. We'll navigate waterways that feel like turning the pages of an ancient saga. Each bend in the fjord reveals a new, breathtaking chapter. Turn one more, and then another. Think of this as your personal guidebook, but one with plenty of blank space. We'll provide the map, the context, and the inspiration, but the most important entries will be in your own handwriting. Should you immerse yourself in world-class art and design, or should you seek the raw adventure of the mountains? In Norway, the answer is always yes. The two are not mutually exclusive, they are 2 sides of the same coin. Because after all the sights and sounds, perhaps Norway's best souvenir is an intangible one. It is the silence that lingers long after you've returned home. A profound, resonant quiet that you'll carry within you. This is a land of beautiful contrasts. One day, your world can be one of sophisticated design and perfect coffee, discussing art in a gallery. And the very next, you can be standing on a wild coast, where the raw power of the wind and water baptize you in a sense of magnificent scale. It's a place where Vikings meet vectors, where ancient timber meets modern titanium. This dialogue between old and new is what makes the country so endlessly fascinating. It is, in essence, a playground for the soul, suspended between the solid certainty of granite and the infinite possibility of the sky. So, are you ready to answer the call? Notebook in hand, an open mind, and a spirit of adventure. Let's begin. Our journey begins in Oslo, a city that wears its culture not in stuffy galleries, but out in the open air. It's a gallery you can walk on, literally. Here, on the sloping Carrara marble roof of the magnificent opera house, the city itself becomes a sculpture. Designed by the Norwegian firm Snøhetta to resemble an iceberg carving into the fjord, this architectural marvel invites you to ascend its white plains. It's a public space in the truest sense, a democratic stage where the boundary between art and life dissolves. As you walk, feel the sun-warmed stone beneath your feet, and listen to the wind whispering off the water. The panoramic view from the top is your reward, a sprawling cityscape framed by the gentle blue of the Oslo Fjord. For the best experience, come at sunrise, when the morning light paints the marble in soft hues of pink and gold, and the city awakens below you. It's a moment of pure, quiet magic, and it costs nothing but your time. This accessibility is the very essence of Oslo. It's dynamic, green, and effortlessly livable. Named the European Green Capital in 2019, Oslo is a city that breathes. Its commitment to sustainability is woven into the urban fabric, from the silent, efficient electric trams and ferries to the vast network of cycling paths. But the city's green lung is the marker, a protected forest that encircles Oslo, offering thousands of kilometers of trails for hiking in summer and cross-country skiing in winter. This seamless integration of nature and city life fosters a unique sense of well-being, a quality of life that Norwegians cherish. It's a place where the rush of the city is always tempered by the calm of the forest, just a short journey away. Water is Oslo's second language. Everyone's fluent. The Oslo Fjord isn't just a scenic backdrop, it's the city's playground and its soul. In summer, the locals flock to the water. You can hop on a public ferry and explore the nearby islands, each with its own distinct character, from the medieval ruins on Hovdøya to the charming cottages on Lindøya. For a uniquely Scandinavian experience, try one of the floating saunas dotted along the harbour. Here you can alternate between the intense cleansing heat and a bracing plunge into the cool fjord waters. It's an invigorating ritual that connects you directly to the natural elements at the heart of the city. Culture before noon, a fjord dip after lunch. That's Oslo form. The city's rhythm is a graceful dance between intellectual stimulation and natural recreation. You might spend your morning wandering through the halls of the new National Museum, home to Norway's largest collection of art, architecture and design, before spending the afternoon swimming from a sun-drenched rock on the Big Døy Peninsula. This balance is not an exception, it's the rule. It's a lifestyle that prioritizes experiences over possessions and well-being over wealth. Here, modern design shakes hands with Viking memory. The city's skyline tells a story of evolution. Sleek, futuristic buildings in the Barcode project stand in a striking yet harmonious dialogue with the formidable, centuries-old walls of the Akershus fortress. This isn't a city that erases its past to make way for the future. It builds upon it, creating a rich, layered identity where history and innovation coexist. Art, nature, community, weighed equally on daily scales. This balance is most palpable in neighborhoods like Grünerløkka. Once a working-class district, it has transformed into the city's creative and bohemian heart. Here, independent boutiques, vintage shops, and artisan coffee roasters line the streets. On weekends, the parks and squares come alive with bustling markets, where locals gather to shop for fresh produce, browse handmade crafts, and simply enjoy the communal atmosphere. It's a testament to Oslo's ability to foster vibrant, human-scaled communities within a thriving capital city. Shipyards reborn as promenades, Oslo's renaissance by the sea. The transformation of the waterfront is perhaps the most dramatic example of the city's renewal. Areas like Aker Brygge and Tjuvholmen, once dominated by industrial shipyards, are now vibrant, car-free districts filled with restaurants, galleries, and public art. It's a masterclass in urban regeneration, turning a once inaccessible industrial zone into a beautiful public space where people can reconnect with the fjord. It's an easy city to learn and a hard one to leave. There's a certain intimacy to Oslo. Despite being a capital, it feels compact and manageable. You can walk or cycle almost anywhere, and with each turn, you'll discover a new pocket of charm, a hidden courtyard, a quiet park, a friendly cafe. This sense of discovery, combined with the genuine warmth of its people, makes Oslo a city that quickly feels like home. No visit to Oslo is complete without a walk through Vigeland Park, the world's largest sculpture park made by a single artist. Here, Gustav Vigeland distills the human journey into more than 200 sculptures in granite and bronze. From the raw emotion of the angry boy to the towering ambition of the monolith, The park is a profound and moving exploration of the cycle of life, a universal story told in stone. And then there is Munch. Housed in a striking modern building on the waterfront, the museum is dedicated to the life and work of Norway's most famous artist, Edvard Munch. Here, emotion is pigment. To stand before the scream is not just to see a painting, it is to confront a primal, universal anxiety. It's a mirror you feel, a powerful reminder of the depth and complexity of the human psyche. For a journey back in time, Akershus Fortress walks you through 7 centuries and offers a perfect overlook. This medieval castle has served as a royal residence, a military base, and a prison. Walking its ramparts, you can feel the weight of history under your feet, while enjoying one of the best panoramic views of the city and the fjord. Eat, browse, linger. Oslo shines in the in-betweens. The city's culinary scene is a reflection of its modern, nature-loving identity. Head to Matallen, the indoor food market, to taste Norway in small bites. The unique caramel-like sweetness of brunost, the traditional brown cheese, the clean, ocean-bright flavor of cured salmon, and for the more adventurous, a wild hint of reindeer or moose. It's a celebration of pure, high-quality ingredients, from the sea, the farm, and the forest. To see the city's creative spirit in action, follow the river. The Akerselva River winds its way through Oslo, and its banks tell a story of industrial heritage transformed. Old factories and mills have been given a new lease on life, now housing art galleries, design studios, and charming cafes. Industry retired, creativity hired. But for all its grand statements, Oslo's poetry hides in quiet sips and secret corners. It's found in the concept of a word that defies direct translation, but encompasses a feeling of coziness, intimacy, and contentment. It's the warmth of a candlelit cafe on a cool evening, the pleasure of a shared conversation, the simple joy of being present in the moment. This is the city's true heart. Chapter 1. Complete. We've walked on art, felt the pulse of a green city, and tasted its history. But Oslo is just the gateway. The pages ahead get steeper and bluer. From meaning to mountains, we move. Bergen greets you with salt on the air and history in timber. Walk the Hanseatic nerve center. Floorboards creak with centuries. Rain is Bergen's soft focus filter. Colors glow brighter after drops. When sun arrives, the city sparkles like wet rock in light. 7 mountains for a skyline, a harbor for a heart. In minutes, Flåm lifts you to a map come alive. Breathe, then wander easy forest trails above the bustle. Lunch is maritime. Grilled salmon, a creamy bowl, maybe a local curiosity. Bergen isn't just charming, it's your keyring to the fjords. One day, many wonders, a curated sampler of cliffs, water and rails. Where Oslo leans future, Bergen embraces its sea-soaked past. End the day where traders once began, at the water's bright edge. Gateway checked. Cathedral of nature ahead. This fjord is a sermon in stone, 15 kilometers of awe. Glaciers were the sculptors, time the patient patron. Light makes incense from mist. Birds carry the chant. The only hymn you need is falling water. From a boat, you're an invited congregation member. Meet the 7 sisters and their hopeful suitor, folklore anchored to geology. In a kayak, scale becomes intimate, the cliff becomes a neighbor. By road, each bend is a curtain lifted on a larger room. Sit on the fjord's balcony, safely, and let your jaw forget to close. One glance holds 1,000 postcards. You'll feel small in the grandest way, recalibrated, restored. Imagine oars cutting the same mirror. Humans always come here to feel. You don't visit Geirangerfjord. It visits you, then stays. Next pages. Islands like fangs, seas like glass. Lofoten looks imagined. Granite teeth biting the horizon. Råbua. Fisherman's past, traveller's cozy present. Cod on wooden cathedrals, the island's economy in the wind. In winter, night paints with green and violet. Photographers, Hikers, solitude seekers. The light is your co-star. Summer blur. Days without edges, time without corners. Reinebringen. A stairway to the postcard itself. The view that teaches silence. Time capsules at the archipelago's end. Surf where mountains wear snow like crowns. Taste the sea's gift, scry, turfisk, and modern craft on the plate. Night tours turn patience into wonder. North again, to the Arctic's vibrant capital, 400 kilometers north of the Arctic Circle. This is no outpost, it's a lighthouse of culture. University energy keeps winter bright. In the dark season, the sky carries its own lantern. In summer, time forgets to end. Bang in the auroral oval, accessible and expert-led. Patience warms hands until the sky warms hearts. Winter fjords feed giants. Go silent, go respectful. Triangles of light at the edge of the world. Perspective, delivered in minutes. Meet the first storytellers of the North. Traditions living, not displayed. Cuisine is landscape translated to taste. South to cliffs and rails, an iconic hike awaits. In the heart of Ryfylke, where ancient glaciers carved the earth, lies a geological marvel. Preikestolen, the preacher's pulpit. It's more than a destination. It's a pilgrimage. A natural balcony suspended over the impossibly blue waters of the Fjord. To stand here is to earn the view, and in the process, to share in a silent, powerful fellowship with those who walk the path alongside you. The journey begins not at the trailhead, but in the decision to witness this spectacle firsthand. The 4-kilometer trail to the top is a lesson in perseverance. The terrain shifts constantly underfoot, from marshy woodlands to smooth glacier-polished rock, and then to the steep, rugged stairways crafted by Sherpas from Nepal, a testament to global cooperation in a wild landscape. The climb is varied, honest. It asks for your effort, and in return, it offers the crisp scent of mountain air and the quiet satisfaction of progress. For the best experience, plan your hike between May and October, allowing a good 4 to 5 hours for the round trip, and always check the weather forecast. Nature here is raw and commands respect. With every meter gained, the world expands. What begin as fleeting glimpses of the fjord through the trees, soon become a constant gravitational presence. The summit pulls you onward, a promise of something immense waiting just beyond the next rise. The final approach is a masterclass in natural drama, as the path levels out and you step from behind a rock face onto the precipice of the sky. And there it is. A near perfectly flat stage, 25 by 25 meters, hung 604 meters in the air. The sheer vertical drop is dizzying, the scale almost incomprehensible. There are no fences, no barriers, just you and the profound, untamed beauty of the fjordlands. This is a place for caution, for staying a respectful distance from the edge, especially when the wind howls its ancient songs. Find your spot. Sit back from the edge. Let the adrenaline settle. And just breathe. Breathe deep the clean, cool air. This is where the grandeur of the landscape inspires a quiet introspection. Humility is an inescapable part of the panorama. From this divine perspective, the world below transforms. A sightseeing ferry becomes a tiny bead of white, the fjord a shimmering thread woven through the colossal tapestry of the mountains. You are witnessing the world on a scale that resets your own. Later, from the water's surface, you can look back up and see your footsteps etched against the sky. The cliff, once a distant goal, becomes a tangible measurement of your morning's effort, a memory carved not in stone, but in spirit. Now swap sturdy boots for polished rails. From the raw effort of the hike, we transition to a masterpiece of engineering, the Flåmsbana. This is not merely a train ride, it is an hour-long epic in motion, a journey from the mountain station of Myrdal, 867 meters above sea level, down to the fjordside village of Flåm. It's one of the steepest standard-gauge railway lines in the world, a near implausible gradient that descends through 20 hand-carved tunnels. This 20-kilometer track is a monument to ambition, a project that took 20 years to complete, with each tunnel representing a year of toil. It's a story of human ingenuity against the might of the mountains. As the train begins its descent, the ravines tighten, and the sound of roaring water becomes your constant companion. Waterfalls cascade down sheer rock faces, some so close you feel you could reach out and touch the spray. The carriage, with its vintage wooden interior and panoramic windows, is a moving theatre, and the performance outside is utterly captivating. The journey includes a fairy tale pause at the mighty Kjosfossen waterfall. Here, the train stops, and passengers are invited onto a special viewing platform. As the music swells, a mythical huldra, a seductive forest spirit from Norse folklore, appears to dance and sing amidst the thundering spray. For a moment, myth steps from the mist, and the line between reality and legend completely dissolves. As you near the journey's end, the valley opens up to reveal the Fjord, a breathtaking branch of the larger Fjord. Here on the water, cliffs jump 1,700 meters from the waterline with no run-up, their peaks disappearing into the clouds. It's a humbling sight, a final reminder of the monumental forces that shaped this land. The train picks up pace, a green ribbon threading the needle where valleys close to whispers, following the path of the Flåm river as it rushes towards the fjord. You are riding the Builder's Road, a path forged with vision and sweat. There is history under the wheels, a story in every stone, with the wild river charting your course to the sea. The journey concludes in the tranquil village of Flåm, nestled at the fjord's edge. Here, you end with stillness. The air is calm, the water a perfect mirror to the sky. It's in these quiet moments that Norway's best gifts arrive, unannounced and unforgettable. Preikestolen and Flåmsbana. Two Norwegian icons, one a challenge of body, the other a marvel of mind. Together they teach a single profound valley lesson. The journey and the view are inseparable, and both deserve each other. Halfway to the North Pole, Svalbard is more expedition than vacation. Ice writes today's news and a warning in the same crack. Life endures in margins, cliffs teem, seas breathe. The Arctic's sovereign, seen only on nature's terms. Walk time itself. Cold turns to color under the ice. A frontier town with surprising warmth and global purpose. At Europe's rooftop, the wind has opinions. From May to July, the sun refuses to leave the party. Inside, stories warm you. Outside, the elements define you. A storm of wings against an austere stage. Taste the north, meet its keepers. In darkness, curtains of light repay the cold. From ice and edge, back to the sea's ribbon, 5 miles of audacity. Asphalt dancing over ocean muscle. Perspective tricks the eye. Engineering steadies the soul. You don't skirt the sea, you move through it. Stop often. The soundtrack is wind and wave percussion. Walk the arc. Watch sea and steel converse. Calm or tempest, this stage never bores. Fishing built this coast. The roads simply stitched it closer. Between tide and table, tradition lives. From sea ribbon to the land of giants. Jotunheimen gathers Norway's highest thoughts into stone. Friluftsliv, outdoor life as philosophy, not pastime. A color theory lesson taught by lakes and height. Glaciers speak in slow syllables. Step gently, listen long. Top of Northern Europe, lungs full of clean punctuation. Huts are the social spine of the high country. Sleep to water's metronome. Wake to light's first note. Wild grace on ancient roots. We close with a medieval chapter still breathing. Founded by a Viking king, Trondheim is Norway's spiritual compass. The northernmost medieval cathedral, stone lacework telling 1,000 stories. Step inside, centuries lower their voices to a whisper. The portal of happiness frames a city of calm waters and warm cafes. A stroll through time with a bohemian heartbeat. Past and future share a table. and a very good coffee. Trøndelag's pantry is generous. Trondheim's chefs are poets. See the city from the river that shaped it. A gentle finale to a grand journey. 12 places, one through line. Nature shapes everything. From city Polish to Arctic hush, Norway is contrast made beautiful. Here, nature isn't backdrop, it's protagonist. Be active, be mindful, be amazed. Travel smart, tread lightly, talk to people. They're Norway's warmest landscapes. Pack layers and curiosity. Both will be used often. Your memories. A sun that won't set. Lights that won't be forgotten. Silence that speaks. 12 places. Endless journeys. Your itinerary is just the beginning. Bring your sense of wonder. Norway will gladly carry the rest. Thanks for watching with True Path Travel. Subscribe, like, and join our next journey.